Dallas needs a point to stay in it. Collier gets it. Going to the hot hand when they need it most. Nuneviller. Martin's there. De Beer. Set one goes to Indy. Lund is denied. Going right back to her. So Lund in for De Beer here. Another great defensive play. That time Sydney Hilly for Omaha. Teeler off the block. Londot with a great dive. And what a play by Hentz. Omaha scrambling all around. And they're going to win the point. How about that for the Supernovas? Great defensive play. Here's Emma Halter serving. Coming in as a serving specialist for Indy. Overpass on the dig from Teeler. Great up from Lund. Member Mena denied by Cox. Collier. Great effort from Indy. Savage finally nails one for the Pulse after a couple of really fine defensive plays on both sides. It's going to be an electric night in Fisher's Event Center. A winter storm outside not keeping the fans away for the home opener for the Indy Ignite. It's a rematch of last year's semifinal, taking on the Omaha Supernovas, the only match in Major League Volleyball tonight, and it deserves all of your attention for this big matchup. Welcome inside Fisher's Event Center. Glad you're with us. Here with Emily Eamon. I'm Anthony Mazzini. We'll bring in Haley Jordan shortly as well. Emily, I know it's still early in the season, but two teams going in totally different directions. A perfect start for Indy. Omaha, they've lost 3 in a row. They're not used to this. It's hard to believe the first month of the Major League Volleyball season ends tonight. 3 weeks ago, these two teams met in the season opener down in Texas. But tonight, Fisher's Event Center is filling up once again as Indy hosts Dallas in a battle for the top spot in the MLV standings. Welcome courtside in Fisher's Event Center. Glad you're with us. Here with Bria Losick, I'm Anthony Mazzini. We'll bring in Haley Jordan in a little while. This is a really intriguing matchup. Last year, Indy was in their first year in the league. Had a great season, Bria, went all the way to the championship game in the MLV. This year, Dallas is the new team in the league, and they're having a great year this year, too. Indy takes set one here against Omaha. This match tonight brought to you by Lilly, a medicine company. Now, Emily, kind of the story of the season all year so far for Omaha. They've had some sets, they've had some matches in their grasp, and then it falters down the stretch. What's been their biggest issue, their biggest Achilles heel to this point of the season?
Yeah, it's been errors at inopportune times on the Omaha side. You know, you look at offense comparatively to Indy, they're out hitting them 441 to 410, but it's just missed serves, it's errors in the red zone. They need to find ways to close those sets because they're playing teams up until that point. Now it's about finishing those last 5 or 6 points.
Lucas LeBay replaced Laura Crone after a couple of years at the helm of Omaha. Won a national championship as a player at BYU. He is an assistant for the U.S. men's national team. He'll certainly get this group figured out and turned around. They did so many things well in set one. But some of those errors, as you mentioned, Emily, down the stretch, and they faltered, falling 25-23, and Indy starts with a point to start set two.
And one of the biggest things for Indy right now is trying to find a way to get their middle attack going. They only had 4 sets of 34 attempts to the middle attackers. Hilly has to find those better early on.
Great up on that serve from Hentz. Londot. Back set here for Teeler. Hits across court for the kill.
Johnny Teeler has been on absolute fire. That's her 8th kill of the match so far, and we're barely through a set. And what Teeler's doing really well is she's mixing up her shots. We've seen line shots, cross-court shots. Any chance that she can to hit something different, she is.
Now, Teeler's been in double figures in kills every match this year. Season high 19 against Dallas earlier in the season. That's a kill for Cooper, who's played very well in her career against Indy.
And Cooper's done a really good job tonight as well. She's hitting over 400, has been really terminal on the outside, just trying to get that passing a little bit better. Only 25% in system right now, which is about half as low as it should be.
Entering the match tonight, Cooper spanning 5 matches, 14 sets against Indy, 49 kills, 26 digs, an ace, a block. She's had the Ignite's number. The coverage there from Bodizat, and it leads to a kill. Once again, who else? Teeler.
I mean, it's just getting more and more powerful as this match has gone on. Teeler is finding angles that barely exist. Look at this slice on the left side of your screen where the blockers are set up and she's able to go right inside it, turning that thumb down.
Maybe an underappreciated part of that play, too, and you might appreciate this, Emily. I always love seeing the liberos just kind of crawl or maybe roll out of the way.
Like, get out as soon as possible because I'm about to get wrecked.
Scott with a little rear end scoot to get out of the way there. Can't keep that one in. And point back to Omaha.
And you can just tell by watching this team, Indy plays with so much joy. They're having so much fun out on the court. A lot of big personalities out there. The head coach Bertolacci said is just so much fun to coach.
Goes back to what Haley told you at the start of the broadcast of playing with personality. She wants it to be a fun atmosphere inside Fisher's Event Center. She wants the team to embrace that and play with it on the court as well.
It's also easy to have fun when your team's doing really well. And starting off the season 3-0 on the road, offense firing, it's easy to kind of have that energy throughout.
I think that's the most impressive part. 3-0 is great, but doing it all on the road to start the year, a great start for the Ignite. Bodizat serves that one into the net. Scott back in. Cooper back to serve. DeBeer not happy with that first contact there. Remember, Mena almost helped her out. Right up from Cooper. And that's a miss swing there for Teeler. Really one of the first misfires we've seen from her tonight.
And that set just a little bit awkward, a bit of a trap set, meaning it's too close to the net. Block was just waiting on that one.
On a Banjo sliding over. Going to the middle, that's Martin.
Indy is passing absolute nails right now. They're over 60% in system. For context, normally the goal is about 60%, and they're at 65. That allows all options on attack, and Omaha's defenders don't know where to go.
Hilly over to Nunnerviller. Nice up from member Mena. And she ends up getting the kill. Been so impressed, Emily, with these outsides, the way they can receive, get a dig, and then still set their feet.
Yeah, it's so difficult to be that locked in defensively as an off blocker because you need to make sure you're playing defense, but then you got to get your butt back so you can get a full approach in, and every attacker right now for Indy is doing such a good job in transition when they're defending.
Float serve, Cooper has to bend down to get it. And well done on the block there. Hilly and Toyosi on a Banjo combined for that one.
And Omaha needs a lot more of that. Stuffs up front. Really good job for Anna Banjo and Hilly working together, hands pressed next to each other to shut it down.
Omaha is not a very good blocking team. They are last in blocks per set, but they have a couple here so far in this second set. And Teeler leaves that a little bit short.
And Teeler's had a few back row kills, but the timing, it seems, the whole night has been just a little off. It doesn't seem like those kills have come from hard attacks, mostly off speeds or tips. That connection needs to be just a little bit better between setter and hitter.
And Nunnerviller powers that through the block.
And anytime Mia Tuninga right there, number 91 in white, is up front, expect Omaha to continue to target her. She's an undersized right side blocker, especially when she's matched up with Nunnerviller. She's going to continue to go after the line like that.
And we talked about the lack of size for Indy. And she got tooled there. Tied it, 7-6, and now make it 8-6 Omaha. So they're finding their footing in the second set.
And Omaha doing a much better job trying to force Indy to go to those outsides and getting good touches.
Indy could use a run stopper here. Remember, Mena delivers.
Indy, though, is just completely overpowering Omaha in these in-system sets because the offense is so fast. There are holes all over the block for these attackers to rip.
Londot denied. DeBeer, that's off of Londot. And Anna DeBeer has a kill. Now for Omaha, tied at 8 here in this second set. Morgan Hentz just got her 1,000th career dig. We'll send it down to Haley for a little bit more.
Upon entering the match, Hentz was 4 digs away from that 1,000 dig mark, but now she's the first player in Major League Volleyball to reach this milestone. Coach Flabe said that Hentz is a Ferrari, and sometimes she's even too fast, and he has to remind her, slow down a little bit. Currently, she's the anchor of this defense and second in the league in digs per set with just under 4.
This Omaha roster, thank you, Haley, is loaded. You talk about with Nunna Viller, the outside hitter of the year last year, Hilly, who came over from Indy, the setter of the year, and then plucking Hentz from Atlanta, where she was the back-to-back libero of the year. So this is a loaded Omaha squad. They're just trying to put it together. Indy giving them a fight tonight.
Mantuning getting the crowd fired up. She's one of the most fiery players that you see out there, and that's exactly who you want leading your team.
A teammate of Hentz last year in Atlanta. Reinhardt picks her spot down the line. More of what you want to see out of Omaha with those middles getting involved.
Yeah, and that's been an issue for Omaha so far this season, is finding the right combinations of middle to use. We talk about those players of the year last season with Hilly, Hentz, and Nunneveller. You expect Omaha to be a lot better and getting a lot more wins than they have. But it's been an issue in the middle of getting blocks and production that's why they've been lacking.
Nice up there from Elena Scott. And just a drop shot. Not the hardest you'll see of the night, but they'll take it. DeBeer with the kill.
And those are the plays on Omaha's side that they just absolutely cannot afford, especially giving Indy all that kind of momentum after a few key plays. This one has to get picked up.
Trickery from Anna DeBeer.
Incredibly well placed.
Cooper right through the block.
That time a really good pass from Cooper, which have kind of been few and far between on the Omaha side. Their pass just has not been up to par of what it has normally been. That was a good opportunity to run a fast and tempo offense.
It's her 7th kill. She's hitting north of 400. Bodazat gets a kill. Nice to see her back on the court as well for Indy as well. Only played in one of the first 3 matches of the year.
And Bodazat, a really physical player up front. She stands at 6'6". She's so good in front of the setter because she has the ability to go up and over blockers.
One-handed set, and it's into the net there for Tuaniga. She thought she had it.
Looked like the jersey just clipped the net a little bit on her way up.
That's an easier set there, and delivered by Bodazat.
And Bodazat getting fed in this rotation because the passers have been doing such a good job. Even though Omaha's serving tough, everyone on the back line right now for Indy is passing absolute dimes that keeps the middle involved in play.
A 9th-year pro, has spent her entire career to this point overseas. First year in Major League Volleyball. Signed in August with Indy. And Cooper just a little bit long.
And this is a point in the match where Omaha has to make sure they're limiting their errors, mostly on attack because they need to serve aggressive, but attack errors cannot happen when you're playing a team neck and neck at home.
Tight set for Cooper. Remember, Mena denied Hentz. So good at doing that. Big kill, Cooper. Taking out some frustration from the last couple.
Yeah, really big swing from Reagan Cooper on the outside. No libero in on Indy's side, so she slices this one back to the left side of the court, knowing it's the weakest defender back there.
It started with that great play from Hentz to keep it up. And by the way, the 1,000 career digs, which is now 1,000 plus, it includes postseason as well. Went to the postseason each of the first 2 years of her career with Atlanta. So regular season and postseason combined there for Hentz, who's had a great career so far. She's not getting that one. Lecator member Mena gets the kill.
I mean, it's one thing to be in the right spot to try to take these digs, and then it's another thing to control them. The power that member Mena brings, it's nearly impossible if it clips your arm to keep it in.
Londot. Scott lets it go, but it was the wrong decision. Emily Londot with a kill.
That one barely sneaking in the end line. Really flat swing from Londot, but finds a way to keep it in.
Not by much.
Not by much. But hey, there's no line judge. It's all technology. No challenge in that.
That's off the block, touch and out. Nunaviller couldn't keep it in. And Teeler tooled it. There's a look at one of those cameras that help with some of those close calls.
We have 22 of them in the MLB replay system. It's incredible the looks that we get on challenges and the looks they get for the end lines too.
It helps enhance your viewing back home as well.
And speeds up challenges, which is the greatest thing ever.
We were talking about that earlier. The quicker, the better.
Yeah.
No more of those 5-minute drawn-out reviews.
Oh, no, and that's one of the reasons why professional volleyball is so much fun to watch, is because it's so fast-moving.
Next point brings us to a break, and it goes to Omaha. How about that, a block? Not usually one of the strengths for this Supernovas team, but Reinhardt sends us to a break with the denial. Omaha leads 16-15 at the break. This match tonight brought to you by Lilly, a medicine company.